The Heart-Shaped Pumpkin. A roaming naturopath herbal presentation by Dr. Lisa Fortes-Schramm, naturopathic doctor. Hey, that's me! Curcubita pepo, the common pumpkin. 1 serving of fruit is 1 cup, and 1 serving of seed is 1/4 cup. The important phytochemicals in the seeds that have to do with the heart are oleic acid, which is a monounsaturated fatty acid, and other MUFAs, linoleic acid, which is an omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acid, and arginine, which is a non-essential, meaning our bodies can make it, amino acid.
I love pumpkins so much!
There are about 9.5 grams of oleic acid per serving. That's about 16% if you eat a regular 2,000 calorie diet. This is important because it meets WHO's recommendations for reducing cardiovascular disease risk. In just 1 serving, 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds. So now we have linoleic acid. The amount in 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds is about 20% of the recommended daily intake. I will say that it's very easy to get omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids because when you eat anything that's got refined vegetable oils in it, you're getting a huge amount of these. So the reason why naturopathic doctors especially really want you to get your fatty acids from whole food sources is because it creates more of a balance in your body. So instead of a 15-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3s, you're getting the right ratio, and your body can do something with that and create health instead of disease. So that's my caveat on omega-6s. This one is coming from a plant source. It's balanced. It's the appropriate amount. Nature knows what it's doing. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so here's my favorite part of the seeds. They have arginine, 2.5 grams per serving. There's no recommended daily amount because we can make it internally, but they do need some help. So, what happens when we don't have arginine or there's proper nutrition to support arginine? Heart problems. What else can deplete arginine? Psychological stress. Crazy what stress can do to our body. Not only does it affect our cortisol levels and our sleep patterns, but it can reduce the level of arginine in our body. Why is this important? It helps dilate blood vessels. It aids wound healing and immunity, which are important in the vascular system, and it helps to detoxify ammonia from the body. It goes through a whole pathway, but this is important because a buildup of ammonia creates a buildup of potassium, and an excess of potassium creates all kinds of nasty symptoms in the body, in the liver, in the brain. But in the heart, you can get a messed up pulse all the way up to sudden cardiac arrest. But you don't have to worry about that because you're eating pumpkin seeds. Look at my pretty pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. Here is my pretty pumpkin. So here's the incredible list of actions that this tiny 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds have packed inside. They are anti-arteriosclerotic, which means they reduce the bad fats in the blood and gently break up plaque buildup in the arteries from those fats. They are anti-coronary, which means they help reduce risk of heart attack. Anti-hypertensive, they lower your blood pressure. Anti-inflammatory, they're diuretic, which reduces edema. That's the thing that causes those swollen limbs in people with congestive heart failure and such. Before we move on to the rest of the presentation, you need to know that I am not against conventional medicine. I believe every medical approach has its place. There are times when pharmaceutical drugs are necessary. I do believe, though, even in many cases of severe chronic illness, a person can be brought back to a place of true health, a condition that will make the continued use of those drugs unnecessary. The person must be willing to do the work, though, because it's going to take a lot of work to get to that place. Naturopathic doctors are excellent in helping support patients through this difficult process. Remember that list of amazing actions that just 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds had in it? Well, you would need to take, I would predict, no less than 6, probably more, of the drugs that are listed here in order to replicate those actions. Here are a combined list of potential side effects that you might have if you took that multi-drug combination. I even pared this thing way down. It was an incredible list. I have never seen any patient who was on a multi-drug regimen who didn't have some side effect issues. Now, what are the side effects of pumpkin seeds? Well, if you eat a whole bunch in one day, it's very likely you're going to get some gas and some bloating. I doubt this is true, but you might feel a little dizzy and tired. If you eat a lot in a short time, you're going to get constipated. And then you're going to want to sit close to a toilet because that stuff's coming out. But that's it. Those are the side effects. And you've got to eat a lot. I mean, like a cup.
Do you know how much pumpkins love to dance?
Here's a shortened list of nutrients that 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds has in it with their percent of recommended daily intake. Let's move on to the squishy part of the pumpkin. So 1 serving is a cup. The most important heart-healthy plant chemicals in a cup of pumpkin flesh? Kind of crazy. There's only 2 that came up at the top of the list. Mannitol, which is a 0 glycemic index sugar, great for diabetics, comes in at 37 grams per serving, and fiber comes in at 2.75 grams per serving, which is 11% of the recommended daily amount in just 1 cup of pumpkin. Just those 2 phytochemicals in the flesh of the pumpkin are incredible. They create a huge list of heart-healthy actions. Some of these terms you might not understand. Please don't worry about that. The point is that heart health is just jam-packed into that 1 cup of pumpkin. Remember that list of drugs when we talked about the pumpkin seeds that you'd have to take to get those same actions? Well, take all those drugs, drop them in right here, and then you got to add another one to reduce muscle spasm. So you're going to have to take, again, about 6 drugs to equal the actions that 1 cup of pumpkin fruit is going to give you. And now you've got a new drug on board, so you're going to have to look at potential side effects from that one too. I want to say quickly that drugs are super strong, so you would have to eat a lot of pumpkin to equal the same amount that's in 1 dose of a drug. But the point is that if you eat a diet that's rich in whole nutrition, fruits and vegetables being like half the plate of each meal, you're going to create an environment in your body that's going to reduce or eliminate the need for any use of those drugs.
The cutest little pumpkin. You are. Yes, you are. Oh my God, you're so cute.
What's the side effect of eating a ton of pumpkin? You're probably going to have to pee a lot. That's very likely. Your skin might turn orange. I've seen this in babies, but that's because their parents are feeding them or mashed orange vegetables and fruits instead of switching up the colors, like give them some mashed kale, give them some mashed blueberries, that kind of thing. I doubt the other symptoms would happen to you. You'd probably have to eat 2 whole pumpkins. I mean, it'd just be crazy. If you eat a lot in a short time, you will get diarrhea. You will poop yourself if you don't sit next to a toilet. Let's just eat the regular amount. 1 cup is a serving. So here's some of the incredible nutrition that's included in the pumpkin in just 1 cup of cooked pumpkin. Look at that vitamin A content. Crazy! 245% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin A in 1 cup of cooked pumpkin. All the others are incredible. It's got a full regimen of B complex, multi-mineral. This stuff is just amazing. I love pumpkin. I love squash season. I get excited about it every year. Anyway. Here we are! You finally made it to the end. You've learned a ton about pumpkin. We're excited about squash season. Go out, get your squash, all kinds. They're incredible, especially pumpkins. And like and follow my YouTube page. You can also find me at my website, roamingnaturopath.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm trying out that other new little thing. I don't even remember what its name is, but there it is. Follow those links. Find me out in the social media circles. I can't wait to meet you.